Hello, Internet Jesus loves you. My name is Cody, and this is the Christian News Show we do on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with GeeksUnderGrace.com. And first story of the day, we're just going to go straight with the title, ISIS being on drugs. Not that anybody should be surprised by this by any means. But Kurdish soldiers went into an ISIS leader's house, and while looking over items in the house, they find a giant open bag of cocaine. Now, this is interesting for a couple different reasons. One, because ISIS police militants don't allow drugs in the strongholds. It's very strongly enforced. And two, it is against their Sharia law in general, which means they are not following their own rules that they are killing other people over. And honestly, I am not surprised in any way. I mean, you'd have to be taking something to allow yourself to do all the terrible crimes that they commit against humanity. In unrelated news, we go to Rochester, New York. And in Rochester, New York, there's this after-school program called the Good News Club. It's just like a Christian after-school thing. Well, because atheists love us so very, very much, a bunch of them got together and made the Better News Club. Because there being no point to life whatsoever and total annihilation is way better than heaven. And though I like to joke when atheists do things that are very similar to what Christians are doing, this really doesn't sound like that bad of an idea. According to the people that are making the curriculum for this, they said that this isn't really about making kids turn into atheists. Instead, they'll have curriculum on science, critical thinking, and keeping an open mind. Telling children not to believe whatever they're told to believe, but to actually think for themselves, and I can't really argue with that. And moving on very briefly, I want to talk about the local churches in Portland. Pretty much this is how the story goes down. There is a Christian gay conference going on in Portland. And of course, the Westboro Baptist Church heard the word fabulous and was like, well, we gotta go there. And so they did what they do. They got out their protesting side, started protesting with the bright colors and flames. And then a bunch of people, mostly Christians, came out and they blocked Westboro Baptist Church out so that they were not able to harass the gay Christian conference, even creating human tunnels so that people could get in and out of the conference without being bugged. And I love what one of the Christians says who was blocking the Westboro Baptist Church. He simply said, I don't allow hate in my city. It doesn't matter what you believe morally. That has nothing to do with it. Everybody needs to know that they are loved. So a little bit of happiness just spread out to you before I just make everything awful with our final story of the day. We've talked in the past about Kermit Gosnell. He was this abortionist that he was a murderer. These babies would be born and he would just leave them on a table to die. And the reason that he was able to get away with this is because his clinic never really got many health inspections. And so that brings us to Illinois, where 2 in every 3 abortion clinics has not had a health inspection in years. And so this leads to dirty surgical tools that have not been cleaned. I mean, they've been used on multiple people and rooms that not only haven't been cleaned, but haven't stopped going for a while. And so now you don't need to just be worried about the baby, but you need to be worried about the mothers as well. And so I have an unfavorable opinion on abortion because I do think that it should be legal, but this kind of thing is why. First of all, it has to stop being a business. It can't go without rules or regulations, and definitely not without inspection. And if you make it illegal, then you're still gonna have abortion clinics, but they're going to be all Kermit Gosnell style abortion clinics. I don't know, it's a very rough subject. I would like to say I want to get rid of abortions completely, but I know if we do that, then the most terrible acts will happen because of it. And it just really hurts me to know that this isn't some kind of priority for health inspectors. I mean, this should be one of the biggest things that you should be worried about. But anyways, I'm obviously very opinionated on this. I'm sure you guys are as well. So question of the day is going to be, what are your thoughts on abortion? Let me know in the comment section below with your answer. I want to know what you guys have to say. I usually do. You guys usually have really good points. And so I don't think that my point of view is perfect. It's just how I look at it, I guess. So anyways, make sure you check out GeeksUnderGrace.com. My name's Cody Arbor, bringing Christian news in a not so boring kind of way every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In closing, let the haters hate. I almost forgot. Let the critics pray. And to everybody that subscribe, I will see you later. And God bless. I've only been doing this like 3 years. I should know that by now. Anyways, goodbye.